Teri from Sweet Pea Papers, the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group, and the Junk Journal and Paper Crafts Facebook group. Now, my favorite journal of the year. It's time for the Teeny Weeny Halloweeny journal. Now, this is the 5th annual Teeny Weeny. Yeah, my friend's gonna go, you said 15 times. I do that when I'm thinking about what I'm saying. I took a Victoria Designs kit called, I think it's called Scary Pumpkins, and it comes inside of the Raven Master kit. So you have to get the deluxe kit. It's on sale for 70% off in the first week of September of 2025. So it's going to be past, but you might want to keep your eye out for it. Let's see. So what I did was I took the 4x6s. My printer has a setting when you go to print, you can print full page, 2 5x7s, 2 4x6, wallet sized, and then those little thumbnail sizes that go across that I need to print for each of my kits. And so I selected 2 4x6s. So that put 2 4x6 images on the page, and they print out like this. Maybe I shouldn't use the brown. Okay, so it printed out like this. And so then I cut them out. I printed on the back first on all but a couple of them. And we'll talk about that in a minute. And so they print out like this, and you cut them out. And I printed this on the back because it looks like paper. We're going to use most of them. I'm going to do our regular journal where we glue the pages onto a paper that's folded into the pages, into the shape of the pages. That helps, right? Can you visualize it now? And so these will be cut in half, glued on the pages, and that way we can do our flips and stuff without the little, well, gusset or fold, whatever, showing. So let's see how well you can see. You can see them pretty well. So these are our pages. I love the owl. I love the pumpkins in this one. There's such a good kit. The Raven Master one that it comes inside of is really good too. It's a raven dressed in clothes. It's crazy. There's ravens in this one. The ephemera, I printed 2 to a page, and it came out this small. Some of the pumpkins are only this big, so that's pretty cool. There's some other fussy cuts that are super small. There's a bat. I don't know, I probably lost it in here. No, there's a bat that is only, come here, buddy. That is only this big. I love it already. Love it, love it, love it already. I sort my ephemera, as you remember, you know, circles, super small ephemera, words, frames. I could put these in with the words, but they have little frames around them, so I didn't. Look how small this envelope came out. Awesome. Okay, so that's our ephemera. I could put the little one there, but I'm going to put it over here. Okay, so that's that. We've got that right there. here's the rest of our pages. I really love our scary pumpkin man, and he's going to be on our cover. Not this page, but... And we've got this blank page. Lots of scary pumpkins. Another pumpkin man. And then these are white on the back. I'll tell you about that when I tell you about the covers. These are our backing papers. Oops. So we've got the one that looks like paper. We've got one that looks like wood. Now I printed these out full size because we're going to cut pieces out to do things with. You could have also printed these out to 4x6s and use them as pages in your journal if you wanted to. And I can still do that. I like the stripe. This is my favorite paper. I love that paper. Then of course we've got our black pages. Now let me talk to you a minute about making the cover. The cover is a different size than these. If you make the cover started out this size. If you try to make it, make them 2 4x6s, remember it's going to be the width of this. Just like this. This was one of these images, this size. And so was that one. They're going to be our covers, front and back. Guess you can guess who's going to be on the front. Scary pumpkin man. Wow, I sprayed that stuff up my nose, the allergy stuff, and it gave me a headache once I started talking. Everything's resonating through my nose. Anyway, so I ended up with these white ones because I forgot that I had some on a page, and I printed some of my sample sizes of these on the backs. So they came out, you know, on a different spot. Alright, so we've got all that. So now, like I said, these started out this size of this pumpkin page. Then I tried out different sizes. These are the 2 4x6s. So we can fold these in half and use them as cards because they're printed on the back. So I'm going to put these in with the ephemera. Carefully on top so I don't mess up my sorting. I have everything sorted. You know, pockets and all that nonsense. Then on these, we'll be able to use a couple of these as regular cards. They get smaller and smaller. I don't remember. This is 36%. Yeah, this one's a little bit smaller. This says 36% too. This must have been 38. Let me go. Yeah. Yeah, 38. What's going on? How come I printed it again? This is still smaller. Huh. Oh yeah, this is 36. This is 38. This is 40 something, I think. This is 40% of the page, which is a good size, but our teeny weeny is smaller than that. It's going to be 3 by 5, I think, but you know, the cover by the time we get it done, which is a little big for a teeny weeny, but I want to put the pockets and the flaps and stuff in, the flips and stuff, and it's really hard to do it in a teeny tiny one. It's hard to find the magnets or get the magnet pieces that small. I save all these pieces from when those little thin magnets break, and then I use them in these small journals like you would a regular magnet. you know, under the paper. That thought left me right in the middle of my sentence. Okay, so what we need to do, I'm going to set the covers to the side. And we're going to take one of these pages. Let's go ahead and just, I forgot to plan out what pages we were going to do. Let's say these are going to be the first page on, we're going to have 3 signatures, I think. Actually, this one doesn't have the file folders like the last kit we used, so we don't have a 3rd signature. Sure we do. Yeah, we do. Okay, so these are going to be the first 2 signatures, images, and I think this one will be the 3rd on the front. Gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do on the backs. Anyway, we'll put these down as signature covers, so I'll go ahead and cut this one in half. And then this will help us figure out how big we need these. Okay, so we can set this to the side. Oh, I like this as a 3rd one. And then we might use the plain ones as the backs or something, the 2 plain ones. Print out one more. And then I'm thinking we might use this as the inside cover, as well as the, you know, in the book, because it would go with the rest of the journal without distracting from the first image. Okay, so we have 2 bookshelves. Yeah, let's do that. 2 bookshelves and the one with the owl. Okay, so we've got this one. And then I'll paper clip the other 2 together and label them so we don't use them for something else. Okay, and which one do I like better? Oh, the one with the owl. That's going to be a signature. First page. Actually, I think this is the one where they, no. Okay, the one with the owl. And then the bookshelf. Alright, so now we've got 3 pages to work with. In our first signature, first page is going to be, we're going to go owl, owl, and then this one. So let's do this owl first. Let's set him up there. And we'll mark these, of course. Oops, we'll mark these as signature first pages. Now these little pieces are just typing paper that I cut up into 1x1 squares so that I can write on them. And this paper clip's kind of stretched out a little bit. Signature first pages. Okay, so we've got those. So now we're going to take, oh, wait a minute. Oh, we left this one out because we're gonna use it first. Let's take one of these. Let's just take the one we're gonna use first. We're gonna get out our chalk pencil. We want it to be this big. So this is gonna give us our height. These are the same. They are. That's awesome. Alright, now we're going to need two together for our width. And I'll show you what we need to do. We need to do alright, so we've got this on here. To do our width, we need another one to account for the fold and the little bit of an edge. So we'll put it here. A little bit of an edge there. And then we'll see if that works. It almost looks like it cuts that in half. Hopefully we'll be able to get two of the 2 pages per page. One is smaller. Yeah, it's too small. We'll use it for scrap. So we should be able to get 2 pages and then fold it in half. That looks like we can. So let's mark this width on here. And I'll do the rest of them off camera. You're not going to have to watch me do them all. Because I'll have to figure out how many pages in each signature. There's 38 pages. 38 of these images minus the ones that we are using for cover papers and things like that. So this first one, when you first open it, is going to be on this side. So let's fold it in half and double check. I probably should have done this before I cut the other ones. Cute. Darn it, it's too small. Gosh darn it. We can still use these, but this is too small. Let's take one I haven't folded and let's go about 1/8 of an inch bigger in width. I didn't put enough in for the fold. So this is the width of this one. Let's see, you want this to be the height was okay, and then the width we needed to be a little bit more. Let's go that far out. Let's see what we got here. That should be enough for the fold, don't you think? In fact, it might be a little wide. You can always cut it down. That's the mistake I made on the other one. It's the height, width. Or was that the width? Then I cut them wrong. No, that's the height. There's the width. I thought I cut it backwards. Because you're not going to go all the way, plus you're going to fold it in half. So that looks about right. We'll use our scraps for pocket linings, things like that. Well, I had one already. Was this it? No. Oh, it's over here. This was one of the smaller ones. Let's fold this one in half. I keep pausing because my brain isn't working right. I took my meds and I haven't had anything to eat. Alright, let's see. No, I think, even though this one's shorter than this one, because I folded it crooked, I think the shorter end is the way to go. So, you have to kind of finagle it around. And then you also have to try your sizes for your covers. So you're going to have a few pieces of paper that you're going to end up wasting. When you go to print the backs, obviously you need to print it before you cut anything down, before you cut these in half, and before you cut the sheet down. You don't split it and cut them out. You have to print the backs first while it's all one sheet. I guess I measured a little long. This will work. That'll be fine. So page 1, we're going to ink with black soot. Whoops. Here's my black soot dauber. Till I need to change. But where's the one I saw with the... And you can also draw around like the edges of the paper if you want to make it a little bit bigger and put a couple of pumpkins on there or something. I swear there was another one. Oh, I want to cut these before I fold it in half. And then I'll show you, it's always good to have two figured out. Because when you put it in here, one with this one. Yeah, I wouldn't put them kind of small inside. So we're gonna ink. Now I know we definitely had one more. Maybe not. Because you have to remember page number 2 is going to go inside here, and then you need the second one for page 3. That's what I thought would be that use some coffee dyed paper, but think I only have and then this one will be simple. We'll just put the page on there. I have fabric tack that I'm using. That's what color we should use on this. I'm going to do it all the way around the size I want, and then it looks like we can still trim the top just a smidge. Wasn't paying attention. I get super sleepy. I don't know if you noticed. Kind of lost it for a moment there. Good thing about fabric tack. I keep sticking my fingers in it. What is wrong with me? Then I'll use the glue eraser to erase the rest of that. No, that's going to be all right. The glue eraser works really well on the black. It doesn't matter because I can manipulate the cover. So that's cute. All right. Now, okay, I'm going to go to page 2. So 38 divided by 2 is 19. So we'll put, you could put 3 signatures, I mean 3 I think we'll do 2 pages of 4, and then we'll add some writing paper in the center. Oh, see, and then we'll need another one, so we can't number past that. So for our second page, I don't know, 4 and 5 are going to be the center. I could get away with one. What's that? Oh, it's glued on. Let's see. All right, let's see what we've got. That's so cute. We could glue this one on and make a pocket out of these pumpkins. Get one that works out. Well, maybe, and we've got a bunch of little bitty pockets already pre-made. Did I do the side of this one? No. Darn it. I think we could put this little blue one right here. We'll cover those pumpkins, but we can put it all the way to the edge. Remember, this folds under. We would still see him. Okay. Let me see if I can do it without scoring it. Thought they were supposed to be, I don't know who I was thinking of, never mind. Okay, this one is crooked. I can't see it. How cute is that? Gotta make sure it's really tight to get one of those little pockets in there. Oh, it's over here. Let's put it up there. Now it's ready to go. No, it's not. So that's 2, and then we'll be done. And I'll think of a flip or a flap or something to do for the next page. And then the last video we do will be a flip through. So we can see all of our little lusciousness. Where's the one I labeled 2? Yeah, so we'll go ahead and quit for today. Let's see what kind of little, we don't have very many tags. Let's put one of the fat ones in here. I may be able to come back and put 2, but we'll just have to see until the end. Okay, we got 1 minute left. So ink this real quick, stick it in the pocket, and then we'll be done. I think I've got some Halloween stamps. I may get those out and look at them and put the edges up to there. Okay, so put this in the pocket. And we've got 2 pages done, everything cut out, and a flip through of the papers, and we discussed how to calculate. Now mine was 38%. Or was it 36%? 36% of the page made the cover pages fit this. Okay, so that's what we've got for now. And next time we'll go a little bit quicker. I'll be more awake. Yeah. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks a lot, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.